It's such a great pleasure to be here at Station 10, and we are really excited to talk about some of our latest investments to increase workplace safety for our incredible team at LFR and to enhance our public safety resources and response for our community. Before we get underway, I want to acknowledge the incredible dedication and teamwork of our local farmers, our volunteer fire departments, and Lincoln Fire and Rescue personnel who together battled the recent fires that were threatening Lancaster County. LFR contributed 3 engine companies and 2 battalion chiefs to this effort, demonstrating once again the commitment that we have to a coordinated, robust response to keep our public safe. Really want to say thank you again for that effort. The high quality of life that we enjoy in Lincoln really depends on a coordinated public safety response, and that's why public safety is our residents and my administration's top priority. And alongside our Lincoln Police Department, our team at Lincoln Fire and Rescue are at the heart of that public safety response. And we are here today to showcase new equipment that will help fortify the award-winning life-saving assistance that our residents receive from our team at LFR. A team that last year saved the lives of residents experiencing non-traumatic cardiac arrest at a rate twice the national average. And that's a team that when fires broke out in our residents' homes last year, saved on average 98% of the value of residents' property. And this high-performing team at LFR, they need equipment that keeps them as safe as they keep us. And that's why we're providing our first responders with reliable and state-of-the-art equipment, and it continues to be a high priority for my administration. This morning we're here to showcase how we're delivering on these public safety priorities. We're pleased to welcome 3 brand new vehicles to LFR's fleet to continue to support rapid response times for our community, as well as to enhance the safety of our LFR team when they answer their calls. The 2 new fire engines and 1 ambulance that you see behind me, they will soon hit the road to respond to the public safety needs of our growing community. And we prioritized and purchased these vehicles using our city's $8.4 million allocation from the Federal CARES Act. And I really want to express my gratitude to our federal partners for the resources that made these purchases possible, and acknowledge the special role that was played, of course, by our City Council, who've been vital in securing funding to ensure that LFR has the facilities and the equipment and the personnel they need to keep us safe. And I do see that we have at least one of our council members here, Richard McGinnis, with us today. Thank you so much, Councilman McGinnis. Recognizing the needs of LFR, the city opened this station, Station 10, 3 years ago to improve response times in this rapidly growing area of town. And this new station will now house 1 of these new engines, while the other will be based at Fire Station 14 in the Highlands. And the safety, the technology, and durability of these new engines will allow for a better and more efficient response to calls for service from residents in these neighborhoods. Our new ambulance will replace one of the busiest ambulances that's in service today. And in addition to enhanced safety features, the unit is equipped with 4-wheel drive for better mobility and increased lighting so our LFR team can better light an emergency scene and care for residents who experience an emergency after dark. These are just some of the enhanced features of our newest equipment. And at this point, I'd like to invite up our Fire Chief, Dave Engler, to share more about how these new additions will help LFR fire on all cylinders. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Mayor, our City Council, and the community of Lincoln for your continued support of Lincoln Fire and Rescue. We've been very excited for the delivery of our 2 new fire engines and medic unit. It represents our commitment to public safety by maintaining a healthy fleet that is reliable and ready to respond in times of emergencies. A significant amount of work goes into designing the specifications for the apparatus, and I would like to recognize our dedicated apparatus design committee, our fire equipment mechanics who are here today, and Battalion Chief Eric Jones, who heads up our logistics division, for all of the time and attention to detail they put into this process ensuring our equipment is safe, designed to meet our operational needs, and remains at a reasonable cost. The company that manufactures this apparatus has said we currently have one of the most copied specifications in the industry, and that is a huge compliment to the work of these individuals. These two fire engines are designed with safety features such as improved emergency lighting that increases visibility and decreases the risk of an accident, airbags, a filtration system to remove cancer-causing particles in the cab to keep our personnel safe, and the latest generation in emissions control systems are just to name a few. Additionally, our new apparatus has a galvanized frame to better withstand Nebraska's winter weather conditions. And speaking of winter conditions, as the mayor pointed out, our new medic unit is the first in the fleet to have four-wheel drive. This will be very helpful in improving our emergency response during the winter months. Adding these new engines and ambulance to our fleet will improve reliability, expedition of response, and better safety for our firefighters and the public. We will be retiring a 1996 fire engine that's old enough replacement parts are no longer available, and we will also be retiring a 2006 fire engine that has a broken frame due to the wear and tear and the weather conditions. This is a significant boost to the health of our apparatus fleet. As your fire chief, I'm committed to the health and ongoing maintenance of the fire apparatus because firefighter safety and work efficiency is paramount to protect both our firefighters and to serve and protect the community. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Chief Engler, and thank you to our entire team at LFR for your dedicated service. And I saw some heads nodding when you mentioned four-wheel drive. I think there's some real excitement here about that added feature. The drivers of our new fire engines will also benefit from the upgraded safety features. Here to talk about our new equipment is an LFR team member who is literally in the driver's seat. I'd like to now introduce Jay Wires, who will share his perspective on what it's like to drive one of these new engines.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor and Chief Engler. My name is Jay Wires. I have been a fire apparatus operator driver for 12 years. I serve on the apparatus spec committee and work to share our ideas with the engine operations committee to ensure we get the best equipment that works for the firefighters doing the work. These new engines have air ride, making them a smoother ride, a more comfortable ride for the driver and the crew. I can turn on the emergency lights and know the digital technology with those lights makes it more visible to the drivers when we respond to the calls. These new engines have an air decon system inside, which means they have a clean cab. The system protects us from viruses and destroys cancer-causing particulates in the air. They also have a higher degree turning radius, which means I can move in and out of traffic easier and make sharper turns less complicated. I would like to thank those who worked for hours and hours to design and write the specs and to ensure LFR is getting the well-deserved vehicles and the highest degree of safety, performance, and equipment for our Lincoln community. Would our logistics team, apparatus specs, and engine operations committee members here please raise your hand? Thank you, and we'll see you on the road.
Well, thank you so much for that, and I think it's really amazing. It's one of the when I learned that your specs were being copied because you've done such an amazing job, I just felt that pride we feel again and again in our community of doing the work, doing quality work, not looking for the recognition, but earning it nonetheless. So congratulations to you, and thanks for what you did. These new vehicles we welcome to the fleet today are part of our robust investments in public safety, and those investments have included adding 7 new fire engines since 2019. And since taking office in 2019, my administration has invested over $184 million in LFR and added 28 personnel to the department, including 6 firefighter paramedics in the most recent city budget. Simply put, public safety is our community's and my administration's highest priority, and we are delivering on that priority. I want to thank the entire team again at LFR for your tireless work to deliver on that priority every day and every night. You can do the work, the hard work, the brave work to keep our community safe. And part of our joy today is not only that these are beautiful and shiny, but really it's knowing that these vehicles are going to help keep you safe as you keep us safe. So thank you again. Thanks so much to everyone for being here to celebrate this milestone. And we would be happy to take any questions from the media. All right. Okay. I'll let Chief take that question.
Well, these vehicles aren't really equipped to respond to the wildfires other than the personnel. We have purchased and are waiting the arrival of a new, what we call a brush truck. And those are four-wheel drive vehicles that actually do respond to the wildfires. Now, these certainly have hoses that we can reach fires that are within proximity. So we do send these on a grass fire within the city limits. But for some of those wildfires, it would take a specialized type of unit, the brush truck, which hopefully in the next several months we'll be unveiling here too.
Any other questions? And I do just want to acknowledge again that those fires in the county that are outside our urban city limits, we have wonderful cooperative mutual aid agreements where the team here at LFR steps up and helps out. Even if we're focused on the urban response, we do our part to support everyone, all our firefighting brothers and sisters, and so really proud of that coordinated response. Any other questions? Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate all your hard work and so happy to have the results of this work ready to work for our community. Thank you.